Good evening. This is Scott Leach with landfinder.org. It is 8:52 p.m. on August 21st, 2019. As you can probably guess, making this video to show you one of our newest and premier properties. Property's a little bit different from anything else we've sold before, both in terms of size and in terms of location. So stay tuned to find out more. So this property is located out in East Texas, close to the Texas-Louisiana border. It is a property in Marion County, Texas, that is just outside Jefferson, Texas, which is the nearest city. The property is 6.7 acres, as you can see, with a 5-acre square home site, and it is surrounded by natural forest and very few neighbors, a few over to this side, but nothing directly connected to the property. The property has no restrictions, no time limit to build, no HOA, and no POA, which pretty much means you can do whatever it is you like with this property if you choose to buy it. The property has a ton of really cool attributes and a ton of possibilities and opportunities. So getting into it, the property, as I mentioned before, is 6.7 acres in size. You get a layout of it about right there. The property has a entrance, sort of, to do a driveway if you wanted to build on the 5-acre home site, or you really have enough space that if you wanted to build up closer to the front, you definitely could and have something like a pasture or something out there out back. The property has great access, paved the whole way. From Jefferson, Texas, you would take Highway 49 east. As you can see here, there's Jefferson. Take Highway 49 east to Marion County Road 3406. You would turn right, head south on 3406, and then take a left on 3402, which is the road you see, which is the access to the property. The property drives right up to the entrance of the property. As you can see here, there is a power line easement, and you have power lines on the property. There's 2 poles, I believe, on the property there, as you can see. It is surrounded by forest. This property was part of a subdivision that was subdivided back in the 70s amongst the heirs, and this was the biggest piece. And as you can see, they haven't really done anything with the rest of it. The property has tons of build options. As I said, with 5 acres of home site, you could build a absolutely gigantic house if you so desired. You have plenty of room for a barn if you wanted to do a farm or raise cattle. Plenty of room to grow a large vegetable garden if you wanted to. You could do this area has a very high water table, which means drilling a well would be very easy. Similarly, you could probably do a pond and do a clay lined pond that would be pretty well stocked with water. They get a good amount of rain out here, and it's really easy to grow stuff. A lot of little farms out here. This area is very heavily used for timber. A lot of tree farms out here because the pine trees grow like weeds. I think the clear rate is something like 7 years or something to go from a seed all the way to a fully mature pine. So really good growing out here. Really good. You could grow crops, garden, whatever you wanted. Um, and yeah, so like I mentioned, it was close to Jefferson. Uh, as you can see here, there's a lot of really cool lakes and rivers nearby. You're kind of in between 2 big ones, Lake of the Pines and Caddo Lake here. I can show you a little bit more on that. The property is very affordably priced. We have priced this property at $27,500, which is a little under $4,000 an acre, or right around there. And that's way cheaper than any of the other properties we've seen in this area, especially for this acreage. So it's a really good deal for whoever wants to buy it. That is the cash price. Um, and like I said, we are happy to work with you if you do decide to finance through us. We do have in-house financing. So back to the closest cities. Actually, let's switch over to Google Maps here. The closest city is probably Jefferson, Texas. As you can see here, let's pick that one. And it's pretty close actually. It's a little under, I guess, yeah, 11 miles, 15 minutes away. So just right down the road, Jefferson. That's where the Marion County Courthouse is. They have a town square, lots of cute little shops, um, lots of restaurants, places to eat. It's good barbecue places near here. I think there's a little Mexican place. It's pretty good too. The next nearest town, which is even bigger than Jefferson, is Marshall, Texas. And Marshall, Texas is about 30 minutes away. Hopping on Highway 43 and headed south, about 31 minutes, 25 miles. Uh, you don't get a lot of traffic out here, so that's probably pretty accurate. Big town, as you can see. Parks. This is where, East Texas Baptist University is. There's got the Walmart there. Lots of places to eat, and even bigger still is Shreveport. It is actually a little under an hour away from Shreveport, 41.3 miles. And Freeport has, everything. That's a, giant, as you can see, city. It's, I forget the population, but I think it's like close to 100,000 or something. Uh, and yeah, really cool. Another thing that's pretty cool is there's a lot of wildlife refuges out here. And here's a map to the nearest boat launch ramp at Caddo Lake. And Caddo Lake's pretty cool because it is part of a wildlife refuge. And yeah, Caddo Lake Wildlife Management Area. They do hunting permits and raffles to be able to put duck blinds out and stuff like that. Tons of ducks in this area, as you can see. That's like close to 1,000 acres of just really good marshy swampland. Tons of great fishing, tons of great hunting, and you can hunt it, and it's really cool. Close to the Caddo Lake State Park, and as you can see, there's just bayous and rivers all throughout here. And you're actually pretty close to Lake of the Pines. Switching back to Google Earth to show you some of the photos just around this area, you can see it's pretty swampy, nice, great tree-lined water out in this area. And so you can see, imagine that's just absolutely prime for duck hunting towards the end of the year. But out here, it gets even bigger too. So you can see there's a little bit deeper water, swimming, stuff like that. These gorgeous trees and hanging down. Looks like something out of a movie almost. There's a photo of Twin Island. You can see right there, surrounded by water. And further to the west, you have Lake of the Pines, which is another really pretty lake. You can see here's a like the Tejas Village, and over here, just really beautiful deep water, lots of fishing, lots of recreation activities. Throw a jet ski in there, have a great time, or get your pontoon boat out and go on a sunset cruise with the family, and drink a few beers and enjoy the sunset. So yeah, it's a pretty cool area. Lots of stuff to do. It's really scenic, really beautiful. Lots of trees, lots of forests, lots of wildlife, but still not too far away from all the amenities you might need. I have some photos of the property. I can run through with you guys. Here's a photo of that easement that we saw, the power lines that are on the property. This is standing on the property there. That's the pole line on the property. This is the access kind of going further back into the property. Here's kind of the very, very front. You can see it's cleared out, good access to get to it. And yeah, really, really cool property, a lot to do, a lot to offer, and very reasonably priced. As I said, don't think this one will last super long, but if you have any questions, please reach out to us. As always, you can find us online, landfinder.org. If you have any questions, please use the Contact Us form on our website. You can fill that out, or you can give us a phone call. Numbers listed right there. Also, feel free to reach out to us. Follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like us, share us, tell us about your friends. We have a ton of positive reviews on there. Lots of people you can reach out to and talk to, both buying and selling land. And if you have Instagram, definitely check us out at Instagram at land_finder. Give us a follow. We're always posting pictures of where we're going and what we're looking at, different properties coming up in different parts of Texas, and also got some cool truck pictures and just photos of us adventuring around while we look at properties. So go definitely give us a follow, and you can check us out on there as well. So that's pretty much it for me. as always, if there's any questions, please reach out to us. If you'd like to talk to us about this property or any other properties that you might have, we love talking about land. Give us a call, and if we don't answer, we're probably out scouting land, which we do pretty often these days. And cell service can be shoddy, admittedly, but leave us a voicemail or shoot us a text, and I'd be happy to call you back as soon as I get it. Once again, this has been Scott Leach showing you our 6.7 acre property out in Marion County, Texas. If you have any questions, please give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you very much, and